Okay. So now we will go to the DAX formula. See, what is this DAX formula, right? So whatever we have used in our Power Query editor, data transformation and everything before the data model, we will use the language called M language. Okay. So automatically the Power Query editor will use that M language. Okay. M language. This is called M language. Okay. What is DAX? DAX is nothing but data analysis expression. That is called DAX. In Tableau, we will call it as this is a calculated field. In Power BI, we will call it as a DAX. See, whatever we are doing by using DAX, we can able to do in the direct Power BI report also. Sometimes some of the manipulation we cannot do it. So that's what we'll go for the DAX formulas. Okay. By using this DAX formula, we can do the analytical data calculations written on top of the data model. Okay. So it will be once you have created the data model, we will apply the data DAX formulas. Before data model, we will create the M language. That is what Power Query editor. So when we are pulling the data right for our Power BI, so that time you will go for the transformation. Power Query editor will be opened. In the Power Query editor, we can do whatever the manipulations you want to do, right? So you can merge queries, you can do splitting the columns, removing a column, adding a column, renaming a column, right? All this you can able to do. Once you have done, you'll be applying it. It will be applied on the data model. Okay, data model has been created. Now I want to write some formulas. Okay, so this DAX is from Excel sheet only. Okay, DAX is from Excel sheet only. Previously, we used to have Excel sheet formulas. The Power BI, they have combined Excel sheet features into a MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence. That is what they have renamed as Power BI. Whatever Excel formulas, if you know, same Excel formulas is applicable in DAX formula also. Same Excel formulas. So if you check here, Excel DAX, right? Excel DAX, same thing will be available. See here, same thing will be available in our, this is what data analysis expression is the, in Power Pivot, we will say it's a Power Pivot. It is the formula used to define a custom columns for the calculated measures. Like in Excel sheet, we do have previously. After that, they have come up the same functionality to a Power BI. So that's what they have taken. See here, Excel sheet only. This Excel sheet only. After that, they have combined. They brought this particular functionality to a Power BI. Okay, that's what we'll have the Power BI. Okay, so now I will take here the DAX formulas. So you can do same thing. Whatever we have, sum of this one, right? It will do the sum. So if I want to see the insight on the data model, I can go for the DAX formulas. Okay, the DAX formulas, you look at here, you have to write whenever you are having the data here, you can write the DAX formulas. Okay, you can create one more either new column or new measures. See, new column means column will be created here. Okay, new column will be created for all the data. It will be creating a columns. Okay, it will be creating a values for all the columns. But new measure is like a measurable values. It will not go for here. It will not create any columns. Okay, but say for an example, this one you are making something like a salary employees table. In the employee table, I want to make a sum of salary. So what we can do? Either we can go for calculated column or calculated measure. If you go for calculated column, right, what will happen? So if you are doing it here, okay, I want to increase the salary by 10%. Then I want to make the sum. Then what I can do? So each and every person I can make 10% increment. Then I can go for the sum of this new column, right? So for every column, it will make all the values. Then finally, it will make the sum. Instead of going like this, you can create one measure, one new measure will be created for this. Only one single value. It is not a column. Sometimes in order to optimize your memory, so instead of columns, you'll go for measures. Okay, measures. Okay. The syntax. First one, you need to take care about the syntax. The syntax will be formula equal to some formula you have to write. So this is the column name. So the column name you can rename it. So whatever the column name you want. And the data type, we have the 4 different data types here we have in DAX formulas. First one is string, then number, then date, and then date and time. These are all the data types we have. Then operator. So operator here we have, like you have the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then exponential. So like this, you have all the operators we have. Then like these functions are there. A lot of functions are available. Just I have mentioned 2 functions like concatenate, some functions, but we have more functions are there. Okay, a lot of other functions are there. We will see one by one. Okay, so this DAX is, it's a huge subject. We will go with one by one. First of all, if you are, whenever you are writing, okay, first you have to define it. So define, this is the order it will execute. Okay, define, evaluate. So it will give you the so this is the one it will evaluate, and then it will go for order by. It will make order by. If there is any variable, it will calculate the variable. So first one, how will you write the syntax? Normally you can write like this. So you can give space also, no issues. Okay, camel case you will write. And if you look at here, so whenever you are writing sum of salary, normally how you will write in other database and all, normally you will write sum of salary. But here the column name should be there in the square bracket. Okay, should be there in the square bracket, and the table name. Just if you are typing this column, so automatically it will create this particular values. Okay, automatically if you are typing salary, it will be populated like this only. Employees dot salary, the table name dot column name. Okay. So now you will go for the data type. See, we have 4 different data type. I told we have the data types like string. First you can go for that string. So something like this you can write within double quotes. Remember, within double quotes we have to write the string and the number. The number we have both whole number and decimal numbers. Whole number and then decimal numbers. Okay, you have the whole and decimal. This is the whole number, the decimal number. Then we have one more data type called Boolean data type. So what is Boolean, right? True or false, yes or no. Okay, these are all kind of Boolean data type. Then we have the date and time. So now normally you use date and time with the data time only. Then currency, some currency dollar symbol will be there. All this you can take. You can go for NA. NA means null values. So not applicable and also null values. You can go for null values and all NA. That means there is no data, you can go for NA. Okay. Then we do have some operators. So what are the different operators are there? First, you can go for the arithmetic operation. See, arithmetic operator, you'll be having plus, minus, multiplication, division, and then exponential, all this. And the comparison operator, you have we have something like equal, greater than, less than or equal, greater than, equal, then not equal. That is, we will call it as not equal. Here we will mention in Power BI. And the strict equal means 2 symbol we will make. This is for logical operations. Okay. Then and logical and then logical OR. This is logical OR. Then in and the text concatenation. Normally we'll use pipe symbol, right? 2 pipe symbol. In other in SQL and all, we will use 2 pipe symbol. But in Power BI, text concatenation, you remember we have concatenate first name and last name, right? In our first I think 3rd session, 4th session, and we made it, right? this one concatenation. That's what we have taken the concatenate. So these are all the operators, and we do have a lot of functions. So these functions are very much important. Okay, lot of functions are there. Like we have the text functions. See, look at here text function, how we will write. Something like functions are concatenate. So these are all the functions, concatenate. Either you can use concatenate like this, or you can use welcome to the ampersand symbol, one single ampersand here. Within quotes, you can put whatever you want. Say for an example, you want to comma or you want space. Just you can put comma here or space here. Then whatever next one you want, you can write like this. This is called text functions. Okay. Then information function. Information, nothing but some is true, is number, is text, something you want to test it. Okay, something like you want to test it. Then you can go for the is number. So all this we will do it. Don't worry. We will just, it's an introduction about DAX formulas. So all this we will do it so that we can able to understand this number, something true or false, it will give you. See here, logical operations. Same thing. How we will do in our informatic and all, same thing. There we will use IIF. Here it's IF only. So if condition, okay, this is called a condition. If employee's salary greater than 50,000, if the condition is true, we are making like a case statement. High salary. If the condition is false, we are making like a less salary. Okay. Then we can make a lot of mathematical functions are available, rounding of values. So if it is more than 5, then you can go for the 4, something like this. Statistical function. See, average, median, aggregate function, we will call it as, right? So average, median, a lot of functions are there. Some, these are all the aggregate function, or these are all the statistical function and filter function. So filter of this one. See, either you can write like this, or we can go to the data, we can filter it out, filter it. Okay, so first you can use the filter. So date and time, you can see the date and time. You can go for calendar date. Okay, today's date it will go for, and then now. Now means, so this is, you want to take the today's date. Today, this is something like a system date. Only date it will be populated. Now means it will populate with okay, sorry. Now means it will populate with time also. Okay, timestamp. So this is what you can go for the all the functions. Clear? Calculated column, you can create a measure. Sum of average of count of all this, you can create a measure. Something you can create a measure. Okay, then filter and calculate. Filter. So you can use, this is the formula. Calculate, this is the formula. So for calculate, filter of the table name. Okay, then filter condition. You'll be using the table name and then filter condition. Calculate, you can make expression here, and then filter 1, filter 2, like this, you can go for a number of filters. Okay. See, we have 3 types of calculation in DAX. Remember this. One is calculated column. I told it's a calculated column. So new column will be created. New column will be created. I want to create a new calculated column. So how will you create? So I can choose the column. I can go for new column. So I can create a new column. So new column will be created. I can go for incremented salary. The column name is, I can make incremented salary here. Incremented salary. So I have to make the column right here. This is what. So what is the column? I will make salary column. So this is new column. So I can make employees salary into 0.1. Okay. Then I have to make employee salary itself. Salary plus salary into 0.1. Just I'm making that value. So it will create a new column, incremented salary. If the person's salary is this much, incremented salary is this much, 10% incremented. This is called new column. It will be created as new column. So you can go for new measure. I want to make all the values here. I want to make all the values. How can I make all the values? Incremented salary, I have to make the values here. I can go for new measure. If you click on the new measure, one new measure will be calculated. You can go for sum of incremented salary. Okay, sum incremented salary. So how can I use? If it is new measure, you have to go for any measures here. Without measure, any column cannot be created. Okay, you can go for salary column. Sum of incremented salary. Okay, so here no column will be created. If you look at here, only incremented salary has been created, but there is no column. But look at here, incremented salary has been created here, right? One column, but there is a symbol differences, right? So this is like a calculated field. This is something like a calculated measure. It will not be there here. Then if you go to the report here, right? So you can drag and drop this incremented salary. You'll be seeing here, just you can enable it. You can go for something like a card. What is the one incremented salary values? 920.61. Okay, this is the one. Then you can go for, okay, I will make the border. Okay, I'll go for one more thing for sum. Sum I will make. Sum I will make. So this is also same, right? So first one is, this one I have taken. First one is incremented. This column I have taken. So which one is memory wise, which one is better? If you want to do sum of incremented salary, will you go for calculated column, then we will do the sum, or you will go for measure? Which one is memory wise optimizedly you are using? Measure. Okay, so why? Because it will not create any memory in the separate column. Okay, this is what you have the new column, calculated column, calculated measures, and calculated tables. See, this is one of the interview question they will ask. Okay, which one you will go for? So what is the difference between calculated measure and calculated column? Okay, so it's based on the scenario we have to take. Okay, so now I will go for something like a new table. So you can go and create a new table also. If you look at here, if I want to create a new table, see here we have the table, right? So how we have created the something like a dimension table. So here you can create a dimension table. Okay, so new column, new measure, and new table. Just you can create new table. You can add a columns. You can add. So if you are typing it, then if you are typing it here, it will be created. So one more new columns will be created. Okay, that's what you can able to create it. So how we have created this dim reference, right? Same way you can able to create. So these are all about the introduction about DAX formulas. We will in our tomorrow session we'll go for one by one, like the date column, string column. One by one we'll go for functions. First we will go for text function, then information, logical, mathematical, statistical, filter. So one by one we'll go with. Then you will get to know how to do the calculation and all.